Hey guys, it's Anthony and welcome back to the channel, and today we're bringing you my favorite modern Rolex, something that should have been on the channel a long time ago but I never got around to it. I'm here today because I got to meet a good friend of mine, Terrence, walking through an IKEA one day, who talked me to getting back on YouTube and has kindly let me borrow some of his watches. So you can thank him, and one of the ways you can maybe thank him is if you want to follow him on Instagram. He has an Instagram account called You Know What Time It Is, or What Time Is It, excuse me. I'll link it down below. But it's really cool when you get to meet people out in the world and connect on watches, and especially when they're wearing your favorite modern Rolex. I made the mistake several years ago of having the chance to buy this at retail for about $9,000, and being frugal as I usually am, I figured I'd wait till they became a used watch and I could get it for a deal. But the watch market's only gone up considerably since then, and nowadays these things obviously command quite a premium. But it's very understandable why. The green on this is just something that is just awesome to behold, and I think in pictures you don't fully capture the real essence of this watch. So we're going to do more of a high-level overview, as on the channel I've already done a full review of the Rolex Submariner, and this one is very similar to the standard one, so I'll link that below. But for the time being, I just want to focus on what a cool-looking watch this is, and it's true Rolex, but it definitely has something special about it, or it has its own kind of energy and feel to it. And every time I see one, I am reminded by how this is something a little bit different. So if you're not really familiar, this first debuted at Basel in about 2010. It's kind of a continuation of its predecessor, the Kermit. For those of you that want to know, the model number is 116610LV. And of course, this being part of the newer Rolex line, you have the Chromolite for the lume, which is beautiful. It's extremely powerful. I have it on my Sea Dweller, and it's amazing how long this stuff holds up over time with minimal charging. And my favorite part too, and the thing I love most about modern Rolexes, is the Cerachrom Bezels with this beautiful ceramic. I've been a little bit of a critic of vintage Rolexes, and still own a few, but upgrading from aluminum to Cerachrom, it's one of those things that I think has made a marked improvement. And the way they do the bezel insets with the platinum is just, I don't know, the way light catches it, and as you can see here, even rotating it, this watch takes on a different appearance in different lights. Like, it just has a very distinct personality, and you can see even as I rotate it how the dial goes from kind of dark to light. It really has a very different feel depending on the environment that it's being worn in. Just some basic general specs. So being it's your standard Submariner, it's going to clock in at 40 millimeters, which is the standard sub size. This does have its movement from the vintage Submariner days, the 3135, which debuted around 1988. Perfect movement. These things are known to be practically bulletproof. They run at 28,800 beats per hour. I believe they're about 31 joules and about a 48-hour power reserve. So if you guys take these off on a Friday night and pick it up again late Sunday, it'll still be running and keeping pretty good time. I know when I've had these in the past, I've had plus or minus 1 second a day. That's not really unheard of. They're very well regulated from the factory. But again, very similar to your standard Submariner, but the color really makes it stand out. So while the key features and characteristics are there, like I said, the personality is something that's truly different. And one of the things that Rolex does so well too is their bezels. So again, I talked about the beautiful ceramic, but even just the way that they turn with such precision, just even the audio of it, it's just, you can really feel that this is a precision instrument. And a lot of things that I notice when I pick up less premium watches and you turn the bezel, they just have a chintzy, junky feel to them. And the thing with Rolex is there's no play in these at all. They perfectly lock into place. And it really reminds you that this was a brand that was started as a tool watch, because that's what it feels like. It feels like a really nice precision instrument. And it does not disappoint at all. And one of the things I love too is, the newer Rolexes, obviously the clasp is better, but I also love how easily adjustable they are with their glide locks. All you need to do is pop this out, and you can slide them in and out and adjust them on the fly. And it's really good obviously for wetsuits, but also as your wrist swells in the summer. If you live in a hot place like I do, it's super, super convenient. And I know personally I use it on my Sea Dweller all the time. It's just a wonderful, wonderful glass design. It's just something that I've yet to see something more functional in the watch market. And as usual with Rolex bracelets, you get the nice screw-out links. And it's the 904L stainless steel surgical grade, so it holds it very well. It's not really bothered by corrosion. You know, again, they're just very, very well-made tool watches. And the thing I'm noticing now holding this, given that I wear a sea dweller a lot, the deep sea, is it actually feels thin, which is crazy to me. But it's not a bulky watch. It's a very nice watch in terms of usability. Like it definitely, I think, fits a lot of different people very well. It's not too big and it's not too small. It's the perfect size. And I love too, now with modern Rolexes, you get the maxi dials with the larger pips, something that I think is a really nice improvement over the older watches. So, you know, I know to those of you that are looking at Submariners and you're looking at the price difference between a standard sub and a Hulk, it may be kind of hard to justify, as technically speaking they are basically the same. But one of the things that's kind of cool is the story and the way something makes you feel. And we're all guilty of this. I mean, there's a lot of things that, you know, on paper may not be that different, but the way they make you feel and just kind of their personality is markedly different. And I can tell you, looking at this now, yes, it's a Submariner, but it's not. It's something very different. And if you have the means to go check one of these out, I'd highly recommend it. I don't see this watch getting dated or going out of style anytime soon, and prices are likely only going to rise. And like I said, it's very usable. I mean, this reminds me of my old GMT Master in terms of thickness. Like, it just has a great profile to it, and it's just a design that's never going to go out. And, you know, everybody has a Submariner these days, but not everybody has a Hulk. I mean, this is definitely something that, you know, is kind of bespoke to you. So I really appreciate Terrence giving me a chance to check it out. I think it's definitely something that lives up to the legend, and, you know, all the standard Rolex hallmarks are here. I know the Cyclops, for example, is kind of controversial to people. I love the way Rolex magnifies their date. Again, I love the utility of the trip lock crowns. I love the fact that these are screw down and they have seals. The fact that this is a special edition and you're paying for that green paint, you don't lose any of the functionality of a regular Submariner. I mean, the seals are all here. Again, this is everything the normal watches and then some. It's something special. And so, hope you guys enjoyed this. And again, thanks to my friend Terrence for allowing me a chance to check his out. It's definitely a really cool piece and something I'm sure he'll cherish for a long time. So let me know in the comment section below if you liked it, or if not, let me know why not. And as always, I look forward to reading your comments, and let me know what you guys think about the Hulk. I know these are, you know, pretty popular these days, and I can definitely tell why. So without further ado, guys, thank you very much, and I'll catch you guys soon on the next video.